Next guest is one of the UK's most popular mummy vloggers. Louise Pentland has had nearly 200 million views on YouTube, speaking to everyone from the Pope to the royal family.
My name is Louise Pentland and I make videos about lifestyle and whatever I like, really.
A pleasure to have you here, Your Royal Highness.
There's stuff on my chest that I would like to get off.
Good afternoon, Pope Francis. Thank you so much for having us. It's such an honour to be here.
That was incredible. That was like such a lot of fun.
What a moment. Louise Pentland is also a Sunday Times best-selling author and has released a brand new book, Time After Time, and she joins us now. It has been a remarkable few years for you.
Yeah, I keep thinking, when will this end? Because I was the world's worst receptionist and I started a blog and thought, well, if this goes well, we'll have a good year, great. And that was 12 years ago. So I'm desperately clinging on and hoping for another good year.
My goodness.
But this year's been good so far.
200 million views at least online, all of these incredible interviews now that you've done, books, best-selling author. I mean, it's been fantastic. And this is your sixth book now.
Sixth book, yes.
Time After Time. And it follows, and of course I'm conscious of ever giving anything away, but it follows Tabitha, and she's a very nice person.
Yeah.
Fairly normal life.
She is.
She's a bit bored.
She's a bit bored. I think she's got what we all get, where we look around us and think, am I doing enough? We look at social media, we look at traditional media, and we think, I should be travelling the world, I should be getting that shot at the top of a waterfall, I should be having the dream wedding, buying the dream house, yada, yada. She's 26, she lives in a small town, works in a shop, and she's thinking, should I be doing more? And this story is about her journey to working out whether she should or shouldn't, with a little bit of time travel to spice things up. And her dad drops a big bombshell, her boyfriend has some red flags, and it's all of that mixed in together, and a lot of references to Ruth Langsford in this book. I'll have to send her a copy because her mum goes on a journey and wants to be just like Ruth Langsford.
Yes, yeah. And you talk about the bombshell, which happens early on in the book, and you do that on purpose, because when you're reading, the beginning of the book has to really grab you quickly, and you thought, right, that's it. I'm just going to drop a bombshell.
First chapter, straight in.
Straight in, exactly.
We can talk about that, if you like, because it's not too much of a spoiler.
Okay.
That's the spoiler we can do.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it is about her dad.
Yes.
And he comes out and says that he is gay.
Dad comes out as gay. Yes.
Everything around that obviously then filters into place.
Yes, because Mum has been married to him for all these years, and that's not the main story, but it sort of trickles on in the background. And we wanted to be really careful with that. So, because I don't have any personal experience of coming out as gay, and I actually don't have anyone close to me that has. So I wanted to make sure I was writing that realistically, but also compassionately.
Sensitively.
Sensitively. So we actually had a sensitivity reader. So normally you have your editor and a proofreader, but we also had a sensitivity reader who gave great feedback and said, actually, you could put more here, or you could do this there. But I think it's really interesting, a topic to talk about for the older generation, because when he worked out who he was in the 80s, which is what Tabby actually travels back to, it wasn't really a time when it was easy to share that. But yeah, she travels back to the 80s. That's a lot of fun. It was so much fun to write the 80s.
Well, it's nostalgic, isn't it?
Yeah,
and the 80s, I think, is having a bit of a revival at the minute.
Very handy for me. I was like, yes,
exactly.
Thank you.
Stranger Things, helping things along a little bit recently, of course, because of the Kate
We had
Bush
a deal
track.
with Stranger Things. Not really.
But it is true, isn't it? There's a bit of a love for the 80s again. So as you say, it's been timed very well. But also the time travelling aspect of it, it sort of allows the character, and indeed all of us as readers, to sort of wish that you could go back and fix conversations that you'd had, or have conversations that you didn't have at all.
So I don't know anybody that doesn't have at least one person that they would give anything to go back and have a conversation with. For me, it's my mum, who I lost when I was very little, I was 7, and I often think how amazing it would be to go up to heaven and have a chat with her. And so this book was really fun to play with that idea of going back and meeting people that perhaps you never thought you would meet again, without spoiling too much the connections in the book, to have those moments again. It was lovely. It was really lovely to write that, actually.
Yeah. So you're very proud of this book, I know that.
I'm really proud of this book. It took 2 years to write. We wrote it through COVID. We had to ditch a whole chapter because I wrote it whilst I had COVID and a fever. And so that chapter was really weird. I don't know if you've ever written in a fever, but it was weird. So that's not in the book, because my editor was like, what has happened?
Set aside for your own personal read at another time, I'm guessing.
Yeah, but I really love the book because it's fun. It's a fun book, and I think it's summer. We've had a weird few years. Like, just have a fun read.
Yeah, and it's very you, I think, actually, Louise. And also, just aside from writing, you're going to number 10 with a very, very important cause.
Yes, so I am an ambassador for childhood with the NSBCC, who are hugely important to me. So they're a children's charity. They also own Childline. It's no secret that I was physically and emotionally quite severely abused as a child, which is so weird to say on TV because it's taken me so long just to be able to say it at all. And so I really wanted to work with a charity that supports children because I never had the courage to call Childline, and I wish I did. So we had a campaign called Now I Know that was all about what I now know and trying to help other people know. It raised over £40,000. And I was also invited to go to Downing Street to hand in a petition to ask the government to give more support, more finances to health visitors and to new mums, because you're pregnant, you have the baby, then you're just sent home with a baby.
Right. What do I do?
Well, I've got to keep this human alive.
We've all been there,
and it's hard. So we'd like some more support for not just mums, dads as well, and especially after COVID when so much was stripped back, we'd like the government to put it back in again.
Okay. Well, Louise, you're doing great work, as always.
Thank
Pleasure
you
to see
for
you
having
again.
me. Feels so
You know I love you. I follow your life. I follow your children.
Follow you.
Yes, I know all about it. So thanks so
Thanks
much,
for
Louise.
having
And
me.
Time After Time is out now.
Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.